Alright, yes. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Earthworms, bees, butterflies, bitches, hoes, and everything else under the sun. How's it going? Welcome back to Leicester City Career Mode Part 111 or something like that. I think it's 111. We're starting off with a game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, Chelsea always a big team. They're not doing as well as they should probably at the moment, but we're getting an attack going. Lamela just a little tap into James Rodriguez, and on the stroke of half-time, not too much going on in this game, but on the stroke of half-time, James Rodriguez gets in behind, and it's a cool, calm, the kind of finish you'd expect to see from someone who's 93 overall. He gets it on his on the right hand side, cuts it in onto his left foot, and really he just passes it into the back of the net. Look at that, just passes it in, just passes it into the back of the net, caresses it into the corner, and we are 1-0 up. And then right after half time, only 5 minutes into the second half, beautiful football there, pinging it around. Pogba is able to find Lamela, and he is able to find the back of the net in a typical Lamela style goal. You see the ball drops right there to Lamela, who continues his run. Kovalenko into Pogba, into Lamela. The whole midfield three combines for that goal, and it's a very clinical finish from the Argentine, and he right there has scored his 5th goal of the Barclays Premier League season. It's good to see Lamela kind of just getting back to how he was. He's had I say so many. He's had a few injuries, some of them quite long term, but he's lost a lot of stats, and he is actually going down this season now by a rating. And it's tough to see, man, but it's good to see him at least performing again, because it seems like after the first injury he had, which I think was a broken ankle, he decreased in stats, and I could really tell, and he's not really been the same since. But you see right there, after Jovetic puts one in the back of the net for 3-0, he's actually nursing another injury. So Jovetic is going to be out for a game or two again with another the same injured shoulder again. Jovetic is out with, so maybe Heung-min Son comes into the middle to play up front again. We have a match against Manchester United, a huge one at Old Trafford here. As you can see, both of us played 19 games. We have 43 points, they have 36. So if we win this game, we could really pull away and start to dominate this Premier League campaign. They're playing that lineup, and we have decided to go with Heung-min Son as the lone striker, Rodriguez to his left, Callejon to his right, and Kovalenko, Pogba and Lamela in the midfield as usual. Matuidi starts off Manchester United with the ball here. It's a brilliant tackle from Nunez here. He gets up, he runs straight down the middle, he's got a man to his right, it's Heung-min Son, it's played in towards Heung-min Son, and again Heung-min Son has scored after being placed up front to lead the line. And again, our first attack of the match, it ends up being a goal. So Nunez has done brilliantly. It's a great challenge there to dispossess Matuidi. He's found Heung-min Son, and in front of the goal, Heung-min Son, he's looking deadly, and he's right back on form, and I love to see him scoring goals, just being in the mix of everything right here. Manchester United through on goal is Juan Mata, and he completely just fluffs his lines there. I don't know what he's done. He's misread the pass or something. He's ended up stretching for it. He's reaching, and he's completely just sliced it wide. Again, Manchester United coming forward again. Pereira gets himself into a good position again. Pereira, our former Leicester City player, we had him once on loan, but Kovalenko dispossesses a defender there, or midfielder. He plays it into Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son cuts onto his right, and again scores another goal. Heung-min Son right now, he's pushing Jovetic for a starting position. I mean, Jovetic has been out with a few injuries this season. We have simulated a few games, but Jovetic hasn't scored nearly as many goals as he has in previous seasons. By this time, he'd probably have about 14, 15 goals. I think I don't know how many he's got, but he's not really got around there. Son, when he seems to be starting, when he's playing, he's scoring goals. 7 goals already for Heung-min Son, so he's doing really well. Manchester United again creating another chance. Can Mata make up for his last miss? No, he can't. His right foot puts it high and wide. It wasn't too far away, but high and wide nonetheless. I mean, good tracking back from Kazawa. The pace from Kazawa, he got back, he put some pressure on Mata. But again, Manchester United are putting some pressure on us. Neymar with a long-range strike. And Man United seem to be getting the most out of this game. Well, we're getting the most out of it because we're winning. But Man United seem to be creating the most chances, looking the most dangerous. But on the counter-attack, we're always a threat. We have been since Season 1, Episode 1. Always look dangerous on the counter. Callejon with a nice long-range strike, hitting the crossbar there, just a little bit unlucky. Manchester United again putting some pressure on us, and Cavani is denied by only a real good save from Adam Gibbons from close range. You see that right there. Cavani, if he puts that either side of the keeper, he's most likely coming out of there with a goal, but he's put it straight at the keeper. Keeper still had to react and get it away, but Manchester United do pull one back with 10 minutes to go in regular time. and it scored. I'm not even sure who put that volley into the back of the net. Who was that? Some random dude. Neymar gets the free kick, he puts it into the box, and it's just not really dealt with by Shaw. It's just flicked up into the air. I mean, he's had to deal with Cavani. Cavani, we all know, is good in the air. It's a good battle between Cavani and Shaw, but it's just fallen right there. I think it might even be Darmian who's volleyed that into the back of the net. But Manchester United back into the game, but we are trying to kill it off again. It's Lamela, I think, with the shot right there, saved by the keeper. Now Manchester United have one more chance. They've thrown the keeper up. It's whipped into the box, and it's a poor delivery. Gibbons now has a chance to set up a counter-attack. He rolls it out to Fabian Schär, captain. He's running forward. We have a few players bursting forward. Fabian Schär keeps going with it. He lays it off to Hall, and no one in the Manchester United defence ahead of him. And Fraser Hall, from range, rolls it into the back of the net. And the counter-attack right there completely kills this game off. 90 minutes plus 2. Man United had to go for the game. They threw their keeper up, and we've just come out with it somehow. Fraser Hall emerges from the halfway line with the ball, and to be honest, it's not even a good finish. It's really not a good finish. You'll see from this angle, his left foot is obviously his weaker foot. Barely any power on it. It's barely come off the ground. It's bounced about 4 times before it's gone to the back of the net, and Valdez should have definitely done better. He should have saved that. He should have made Hall look stupid. And now, after we come out of there with 3 points, the transfer window is officially open. Kurzawa in talks with Sevilla. Well, Sevilla in talks with us over Kurzawa. They're interested, and we saw that last season after Sergio Roberto joined us in the summer. He then left us in the January transfer window to go to Tottenham because of the money was right. But I'm not sure how much they'll offer me. The money would have to be quite a lot for me to sell Kurzawa in the January transfer window. Obviously, we spent 35 million on him, so unless they're going to offer a generous amount of money, we're not really willing to sell him. Shaqiri is joining Genoa on a free transfer at the end of the season. Corey Ziegler has been loaned to Walsall. He's a player, I mean, he's never really had his chance. I'm not even sure if he's played a game for the first team. Like, you guys don't really know much about him because I've not showed him. Only what you've seen in the squad report, maybe. He has potential. He's just not really at the point where I feel like he's good enough to play right now. So he's going out on loan again, develop his stats, and see how he comes back. Jovetic in this game now is back into the starting lineup. I think he missed 2 games with a bruised shoulder or something like that. Maybe dislocated shoulder. I'm not too sure. He's back in the lineup. Heung-min Son, however, does not lose his position. He moves out onto the left-hand side, and it's Callejon on the ball, as a matter of fact. Early on, he slides it into Jovetic. One-on-one with the keeper. Can he disperse with it? It's saved by the keeper, but it does bounce into the back of the net. So Jovetic gets his name back on the lineup, on the team sheet. He gets his name back on the team sheet. That's what I'm trying to say. And 16 minutes is all it took for him to get the ball into the back of the net. Jovetic, he just knows where to be, and he knows how to finish. Callejon's done really well again to create this chance. Jovetic one-on-one with the keeper. Fabianski done well to get an arm on it. Maybe Jovetic should have been more clinical with that finish. But as long as the ball ends up in the back of the net, you see right there, Jovetic, 11 goals in about 20 games now this season. It's not bad at all. It's not even nearly bad. But by his standards, what I'm basically saying, he usually has a lot more goals at this point of the season. But I mean, he's the king. He's the king, man. So he's got his position locked down. But you see right there, Swansea playing some brilliant football there. Like, I can't. When legendary AI decides to play like that, I mean, you gotta just, I don't know what you do. You just be ready to get your keeper to make a save, I guess. That's all you can do. But 36 minutes in, we're still in the lead and we're trying to create some more chances. Pogba, again with another chance, and his finishing just doesn't seem to be up to scratch this season. Heung-min Son coming down the left-hand side, doing brilliantly. Still got the ball. He's found his way inside the box. He pulls it back to Jovetic, who misses it. It comes to Pogba, and this time Pogba is denied by the woodwork. I mean, Heung-min Son trying to find Jovetic. He just couldn't manage to do it. Fraser Hall this time inside the box. Finds James Rodriguez. Patient. He finds Fraser Hall. Look at that for a turn. Brilliant turn by Fraser Hall, and he's denied by the keeper. But lovely work by the young winger. Only 20 years old, and he's making such an impact in this team, doing brilliantly. Heung-min Son, again, well worked down the right-hand side, and he does pull it back. And Fraser Hall does get his goal this time, not denied by the keeper. He's just doing so well this season, the young man. I mean, he's early. He wasn't really one of the main young players. Like, we had Simon Randall, Michael Musonda, Van Hyf, Nunez. We got all these young players, and he wasn't really up there. But there was a point, I think, maybe last season or the season before, where he played in a couple games and he done so well. And I said to you guys, remember the name Fraser Hall. And now we're starting. The prophecies are coming true. But again, Deja vu right here. 90th minute. Swansea have thrown up their keeper for some reason. They're 2 goals down. And Fraser Hall again gets the ball in a wide position. He takes it further, a lot closer this time, just to make sure of it. And again, he's able to pass it into open. He must be sitting here thinking, this is too easy. Man's only 20 years old. Probably spends his nights playing FIFA. Creating himself. Spends his nights out. I don't know. But he gets into the Premier League and he's tearing it up. He's got 2 goals in the space of 2 games, I think. 2 goals in 2 games, both open goals, which he could just side foot into the back of the net. I mean, he must be thinking this league is too easy. He gets his 4th Premier League goal of the season. Only 20 years old. He's looking like such a promising player. Callejon gets himself a man of the match. And in the transfer window, Manchester United looking into, and is it Anthony Lopez, the Lyon keeper? Obviously, they sold David Gea to Tottenham, so I'm not even sure. Victor Valdez, I was going to say I'm not sure who they're playing, but we played them in literally the last game. Come on, wake up, man. Yeah, Victor Valdez, but they want someone better than Valdez, to be honest. But a few things going on. Dybala has signed for Lyon. In the next season, he will join them. And Arnautovic apparently is not really happy at Leicester, which doesn't make sense, because his agent is talking about ambition. And, when I check Arnautovic right here in the squad report, it said he feels the team is underperforming. And we're top of the league. We're top of the Champions League group. We're in the Capital One Cup and the FA Cup. What does he mean we're underachieving? I don't know. But he could sit down and kick rocks or something. I don't know. But yeah, ambition, I don't know what he's on about. But usually I wouldn't really want to sell Arnautovic. But, I mean, if this is our last season before we take a break, I don't really mind, because we're not going to do too many more seasons of this anyway. So missing out on Arnautovic would just give a chance for players like Hall to get more game time, and Son and Randall and Musonda when he comes back. But yeah, we're going to leave you with a score report and a look at the table. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Just pause if you want to see anyone else in detail. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.